Hyphytek, just talking to guys from PAPAGOYA at their practice space. So how's it going, guys? What do we got going on lately?
We've recently added a couple new members within the past 6 months. We have Colin here on guitar, Dane on percussion.
Nice.
We had the original 4 for what? How long have we been?
3 years.
I think I heard 3 years.
Yeah.
Has it been 3? 2 and a half, 2 or 3.
This month.
Oh, we'll be 3.
How long have we had the new players?
What was it?
I've been probably 2.5, 3 months.
Probably, yeah, close to that, 4 or 5 months.
Nice.
Pretty great.
So if we can ask, I mean, after almost 3 years, what was the decision to bring in some new guys?
Just I think it was like just for a little maybe fresh energies, and like we've been playing with these guys with other projects and like enjoying new sounds.
Expanding the sound as much as we can.
We've had horn players in the past, and we've had like a lot of different sounds. So it's good to add some more. We've always wanted percussion.
Right. Was it tough now writing new songs with 2 new players? Was it easier? Did it?
I feel like it's been easy.
Yeah, pretty smooth. Just.
I think the first part was just like getting comfortable, and then together with 6 people.
It definitely, especially for like me and Tyler, it took a little while to like get comfortable playing as like 2 guitar players. Anytime you like bring 2 people in playing the same instrument, like you gotta find space for each other. So that's what we've been struggling with. I feel like we finally have been honing in on what we're looking for.
Really coming together these past few practices.
Yeah, I was kind of talking to Tyler about it. I was like, with you guys playing guitar, I was actually realized you have a pretty good balance of switching between who's lead, who's rhythm, kind of going back and forth. Is that hard to strike? Is that pretty?
No.
Would you guys just have that feel?
No. It's all for the love of collaboration,
right?
Yeah. We do our homework.
Yeah.
That's 9 a.m. practices some mornings,
right.
Before shows.
This is like
coffee, donut, wake up.
Yeah. That was actually so much fucking fun.
Yeah.
we gotta make the day. It's like having 5 girlfriends.
Right? And I would add that adding new members too really has impressed ourselves with our musicianship. We're all learning to tone down our levels, and it really lets us go places dynamically.
And so, like, what's your guys' inspirations? What are we shooting for here? Is there something we're shooting
I think
for?
we've always had that like Latin influence, like from our core, like.
That's always
individually. I think Jeff Parker is a huge influence of mine.
Nice.
Yeah.
How about everybody else here? Individual influences? What do you got going?
Dimitri. I like to my mom. She's from Brazil, so I listen to a lot of like Brazilian jazz, like just from like a young age. Yeah. So that's like a big influence. It's just like Brazilian jazz.
I've been enjoying the Afrobeat influences and salsa. A lot of that Afrobeat, especially with the percussion. So that's a big
There's a Rastafari.
Yeah, I flew in from California last week.
How does that work? Does someone just come in with an idea and everybody just kind of jam around it?
We've just been getting the skeleton down as much as possible. Usually, one of us will just kind of jot down a few chords, and then we'll kind of just go from there, figure out a rhythm, and
everyone always has something to add, so it's it comes naturally, like the progression. Like I think we've still like changing all our original songs, like constantly. Like we just want to keep it fresh.
Do you guys have a lot of experimentation going on live? A lot of I can't say it now.
Kind of jammy.
Or is it all planned out? Is everything for?
We kind of had that one
situation
in particular. You heard was planned. Like we've done that in shows a couple times.
I'd say we have a lot of like structured jams. When we do jam, it's like we have our chord progressions and our.
We're focused on the transitions.
And
like focus on the transitions and like your endpoints.
We know where we're going, but we want to enjoy ourselves.
Yeah,
exactly.
We've got some time to be like,
Yeah, that's been huge for me too, being the drummer, kind of learning to what signals people, finding out what it is that they hear for to signal change coming up.
I felt like I saw Taylor kind of throwing out the signals a lot. I don't know, is there someone that kind of leads it when it comes to that? Does it work that way?
It's more on just listening to Topias
and eye contact.
I think during
eye contact,
yeah,
just keeping the eyes out.
Yeah. Actually, we do have quite a few like signals here and there. Like you know, you have your. Yeah. You know that one part. That one part.
You got that one.
Yeah. We have vocal parts. Yeah.
Use them on like in vamps and like certain things.
Yeah, we'll kind of just like talk about the signal, you know, whether it's muskrat or like a certain hi-hat part. You know?
Right.
When I know changes coming, I just look at Tobias. And I just like wait to see what he's doing.
Ready for I mean that seems like a great place to be looking, right? The drummer.
Yeah, it is a great place to be looking.
Where else can we go find your music at?
We got a website now, PAPAGOYA.com.
We got Facebook.
Bandcamp.
Apparently
we're on Twitter. We're tweeting. We mentioned
somebody tweets.
Douglas is our manager.
Douglas,
Dougie Fresh.
You guys, you guys had a previous album with just the 4 of you. Is that available for people to get somewhere?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's
available on
Bandcamp
or Reverb Nation. Bandcamp.
Dan had a little part on that.
I'm in there.
I think that was like we decided the day of we were gonna add him, and then came in that night and put down some.
Yeah, that was recorded by
tambourine.
Our buddy Tyler Lindgren.
Phenomenal tambourine.
He's done quite a bit of recording with
Asymmetrical Smile Productions.
Okay.
Asymmetrical
Check
Smile.
them out.
So you guys were talking about your practice space, though. I mean, we got some like historic finds down there.
Oh
Well, we found out that our jam room used to be a recording studio for some like jazz musicians back in the '60s, and when we moved in, there's like, you know, it's all normal drywall up there, but there's this one place where you can kind of see there's like a square in the wall, and we found out that's actually like a piece of glass hidden behind the drywall.
Oh wow!
And that used to go to the mixing room in there, and then like a couple weeks after that, we started finding XLR cables literally coming out of the walls.
Just plugins,
old plugins. So we realized that it was like this old studio down there.
I noticed in between songs down there, jamming wise, I heard a little jazzy sound going on. Is that you guys feeling kind of weird? Influential vibe
from the ghosts?
Yeah, I don't know. From the history.
Said our house is possessed by frustrated jazz musicians.
I don't know, just like the residual energy. Because like actually our last house also had like a family band who lived there. We had also a jam space in our last house.
Nice.
And, like, that was just, and that's like right down the street. Like just right down
crazy.
the road.
Yeah, that's like kind of how actually like Dane and me met all these guys. Is we were living here and they're living 2 blocks over there. Like
that's how we met. We're living right down the street. And that's how we met, right? Just partying one day,
just hanging out.
We all made a lot of noise.
You guys had some like recent awesome accomplishments too. I mean, you guys said you sold out Hoodies one night. You've won Winter Walker Classic. You're going to Wakarusa. I mean, how's that feel? How things? Right?
A lot of good bands.
How was it that night playing at the Winter Walker Classic? Was it stressful at all? Did it seem different from any other show because it was a competition?
That was really fun.
Great.
That's really good.
We were in those.
All the other bands were amazing too.
Really good bands.
I feel like that's it. We just had to bring
other bands.
Jaden Carlson.
Like
the
little
girl.
Carlson.
Oh my gosh.
Living in Fort Collins, we got a pretty unique, I think so, music scene. A lot of collaboration, a lot of people working together. Like, how do you guys feel about being a part of that, being around it for so long too? I mean, I've seen it grow a little bit.
It's great, man. There's so many talented musicians around town. It's really kind of an underrated city, and we have so many organizations boosting the music scene here. Like Foco MX is a huge thing that we've been a part of every year. So not necessarily Papagoya, but as musicians. And Spokesbuzz is out there. Danny Grant, she's amazing. Doing a lot of good stuff for Fort Collins music.
Bohemian Foundation.
How many bands alone play in this house?
Yeah, we're a musical
We've got
collective.
Five bands practice here.
Yeah.
That's in just this cul-de-sac.
Every one of the roommates, we're all musicians.
Musical
and a lot of people just rehearse down here in the basement.
So doing that, is that tough? 6 members trying to, the logistics of all these different bands and everything.
Oh, it's really tough.
We gotta stay.
We're constantly talking to each other about that
Communication's
stuff.
gotta be tight, Yeah.
makes it more like a family, like brothers and stuff. I mean, dealing with that. You guys said all four of you used to live together. I'm sure you kind of felt the family vibe there.
And these guys live together now. And
family dinners all around.
I'm like living here half the time. We're like, yeah, that's good.
we do taco night.
Well, how about papagoya? Where did that come from?
Yeah,
it's a Swedish word for parrot, actually. And
just Americanized the spelling a little bit.
Yeah.
Is it papagoya?
Yeah, you spell it Papegoja. Swedish.
Papagoya.
Americans would butcher that.
Oh yeah.
Papagoja.
But it
So
is
we
pronounced
changed it a little
Goya, papagoya.
Papagoya.
It is pronounced that way.
But apparently on Urban Dictionary, it's a well-respected baboon.
Yeah. The most feared of the
most
land.
feared baboon.
And the sage among the sages.
Oh yeah.
Sage.
Oh yeah, a wise sage.
I don't know who wrote that.
That's awesome.
But apparently we didn't discover that until later.
Yeah.
KFC told us that.
Interesting. Well, how about like with your gender kind of being so open, broad? Has that been tough for you guys anyway, like booking shows or anything, or getting people to want to like just listen?
I think it's helped us
yeah,
because we played like the reggae, like opening for like Trial Seas and Dope Skin, and,
nice.
And then like Dead Floyd will come to us, and it's like
Euphorchestra, like
Euphorchestra. So we could play like a lot of different.
I feel like because of that, we've kind of been able to draw an influence from each show we've played in the past where we did that, you know. Where we have like the dub or the reggae shows.
We almost,
Euphorchestra shows.
Then we were like, oh,
we added the horns for Euphorchestra.
Yeah.
We're like,
not that we're changing, you know, but it's like every time, but it's like, it's good to like, you know, bring a little bit in and be like, you know, encompass the audience and like really, you know, cater some fun stuff. And exactly. It makes us grow and, you know, gives us new influence. So Matt Grunstadt from Euphorchestra was like, you guys are that band that plays music that's different. I'm like, thank you. That's the best like we've ever had. Yeah. It's awesome.
Different is a cool thing with his eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, I'll take it.
That's a great compliment.
Yeah, we want to stand apart.
Yeah, so kind of getting our own unique original sound, I feel like, especially now with the six of us really coming together and bringing our own influences in.
This is Papagoya on Hyphytek.